Welcome, Player Profiler News PrimeTime. I'm your host, Jake. You can follow me on X, Twitter, wherever you want at Louis Lewis 5. That's LEWYLEWIS and the number 5. It's also right there on the screen for you. Thanks for tuning in to today's show. Remember to check us out all week here at Player Profiler and on our YouTube Player Profiler Now Plus. We have a whole bunch of different analysts all throughout the week. Make sure you join and hit it up. On to today's show, I'll be covering news around the league, giving you my rookie rankings at quarterback position, and of course, the Lewy Rookie of the Week. Without further ado, let's get fantasy. Thanks again for tuning into today's show. Giants doing their homework on running backs in this year's draft. That means sell your shares of Tyrone Tracy, especially I've seen a bunch of sources saying that they're looking at defensive line help and looking at the running back position. Tracy was probably the second best rookie last year in a weak running back class, I guess, since Jonathan Brooks was injured. Trey Benson closes his eyes and runs into the back of his offense lineman. Did not look stellar at all. Obviously, the late find of Bucky Irving from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a great rookie season. I'd say Tracy was number 2 on that list. Jalen Wright looked crap. He had a bunch of opportunities. Marshawn Lloyd couldn't stay healthy. Just a lot. And we got to remember, Tracy's coming with, I think, his 5th or 6th round draft capital. And if you don't have that kind of top end draft capital in this league for running back, you're easily replaced by the year after. Tracy does have potential of being the third down back because he used to be a receiver at Purdue and then switched over to running back. But again, right now would be the time to sell your rookie or your Tyrone Tracy shares for potentially maybe gather a second round pick and draft one of these rookies this coming year in a deeper, I guess to me, it's a deeper rookie class now that we're getting more and more news, especially if you could sell them and you could get like a Jaden Higgins that's probably going to go in the second round of rookie drafts. Jalen Noel, these types of guys, even, if it's an early second, you could always get one of the top, running backs or tight ends if they fall. If it's a super flex league, maybe even like a Jaxson Dart if he slides into the second round. Just a bunch of different things. I think this is sell Tyrone Tracy and sell him now with the Giants doing their homework on running backs. Next news is Sean McVay saying Tutu Atwell is going to be on the field a lot this season. He's primed to have a big role, looking to be wide receiver 3 on the team. That's a lot to ask for. He might be getting more of the end arounds, gadget plays, stuff like that, because, Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua are going to command targets, and they are going to be the 1 and 2 option. Tutu Atwell signed a 1-year extension for $10 million. He hasn't done much of anything throughout his career. He's mediocre at best, in my opinion, but it could be potential of dynasty leagues getting Tutu Atwell and getting him for cheap costs as well. So I would suggest maybe throw out like a 4th or 5th round draft pick for him if you could get him, just because he's going to be the third option, especially if they get a tight end in that system. It might spell 4th option for him as well. Another news, Browns are leaning towards Travis Hunter at pick 2 in the NFL draft. During his pro day, I don't even think he took a step like played corner or anything like that at his pro day. A lot of GMs around the league are expecting him to want to play wide receiver, which is huge news for us fantasy gamers, because to me, he's the wide receiver 1 in this class if he's truly a wide receiver. Again, we're going to always be looking and listening to the NFL draft. Is he, with this selection, is he a corner or is he a wide receiver? If he's a wide receiver, that's going to get us our blood pumping, filling up our pants, whatever you want to say, and be ecstatic with Travis Hunter, because if he focuses all of his time and energy playing one specific position, he easily can be top talent at that position. That's more of the news around the league. Before we get into my quarterback rankings, let's hear a word from the Podfather.
Oh, the Breakout Finder is live. That's right. A lot of breakout models out there, but we started it all. The best and brightest minds coming up with the definitive breakout probabilities for running backs, wide receivers in this rookie class. It's $5 to download the wide receiver breakouts, the running back breakouts, but also proprietary stats available only on the Breakout Finder, including dynamic score for wide receivers, teammate score, level of competition. You can access the full stat database, plus many advanced metrics from Player Profiler, all there, right there on your phone, in the App Store, on Google Play. And that 2025 class is live.
Definitely go ahead and get that for yourself. Also, I forgot to mention, James Cook and the Buffalo Bills are not on the same page. They are having difficulty of agreeing to extension. I know he said multiple times he wants like 14 to 16 million a year. I don't think he's going to get it. You're not going to get $1 million per touchdown for this last performance. With a deep running back class, I would not be surprised if they select a running back here in this coming draft. And let James Cook walk, basically. That could be another sign. Sell high right now on James Cook. Get what you can for Dynasty. Get a first. Get a whole bunch of different assets for James Cook that had an amazing year this year. But again, it could spell trouble in the future. So I'd rather be a year ahead than a year behind and say he goes to a different team and it's not a great landing spot. He gets all that money, probably plays injured all the time then, or he sits out that he's injured instead of playing through it, because on their rookie deals, they are going to play through and try to get the best contract they can. Anyways, let's get into my rookie rankings for quarterbacks. At number 1 is Cam Ward, former, I guess now Miami Hurricane quarterback, is widely projected as the first overall pick in the 2025 NFL draft with the Tennessee Titans. Ward's impressive college includes leading the nation with 39 passing touchdowns and 4,313 passing yards this past season. His fantasy outlook, Ward's got a very strong arm and ability to extend plays, making him an intriguing prospect for fantasy managers. He gets you the rushing yards. He can scamper. He can avoid sacks. His skill set suggests that he could be a starting caliber fantasy potential on day one. And, with his wide receivers at Tennessee, you'd have Kelvin Ridley. Basically, if they draft a wide receiver, I don't know who they actually would select, but Tony Pollard as well coming out of the backfield, Tajay Spears. The only thing is, what's going to depend largely on his fantasy impact is his developmental offensive system on the team that drafts him, being the Tennessee Titans. Can he feature, being a playmaker and everything else with, Ridley or Tony Pollard? But I think those two guys are going to enhance his performance for fantasy. I believe they're going to probably use a high pick as well in the NFL draft, is because they need it. They don't have anything else. They lost touchdown king Nick Westbrook-Akine this offseason to Miami. But in dynasty leagues, Ward is easily the top pick just because of his rushing upside. I like Shedeur Sanders a lot better as a NFL player, but for the game that we play, being fantasy, I think it's going to be a bigger upswing with Cam Ward. That's why I would make him my number one selection in any of the drafts, being the rookie draft of Superflex. He's probably going to be drafted in the top 5. Single quarterback leagues, at least I would say in the first round, I would put up there, but he has a lot of potential, and I'm excited to see what he can bring to the NFL. My number 2 quarterback, I already mentioned him, Shedeur Sanders, former Colorado quarterback and son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, of course. Standing at 6'2" and 215 pounds, Sanders showcased impressive college statistics, including 4,134 yards passing, 37 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions in his final year, leading to a 9-4 record. Downfall is he took a lot of sacks, but his strengths, his accuracy, probably easily the best in this draft. His accuracy, his poise in the pocket. I think even though he was getting rushed like crazy, he stood in there taking the hits. He got back up. Next play, he played again. He didn't go out much. His football IQ is phenomenal. I mean, you're coming from probably one of the better, I guess, two-sport athlete, besides Bo Jaxson, being Deion Sanders and being his son. You grew up with the game, the knowledge, everything else, allowing him to read defenses effectively and make sound decisions. Some areas he can improve, though, is decision-making speed. Like I said, he took a lot of sacks, and that's going to hurt him. I mean, is he going to be Caleb Williams this past year as a rookie? Or is he going to be quick trigger, maybe get one of the, I don't even know what Jaden Daniels uses his, to get ready for the games. Maybe get one of those. I mean, I think everyone should. VRs. Yes, VRs. Maybe he should get one of those, but that's going to be this biggest issue for me is his decision-making. Is he going to play fast or is he going to play slow? Handling the pressure. There's always concern about his performance under pressure. Like I said, limited mobility, which could impact his effectiveness and aggressiveness against defenders. He's not going to give you that much rushing upside, I don't believe, even though he does stay in the pocket majority of the time. I just don't see him getting you the rushing aspect. So for fantasy, he's going to have to stay in the pocket, throw for 40 touchdowns to be irrelevant, in my opinion. But in dynasty leagues, Sanders is valued influence based on his projection of draft position. I already have him mocked in my last episode. I did a mock draft. I have him mocked as number 9 going to the New Orleans Saints. Sounds crazy. I just have a feeling that the Giants are going to, skip on him as well. Probably if, Travis Hunter goes number 2, I think they go with Abdul Carter, making the slide of Shedeur Sanders. My number 3 quarterback in this year's draft, Jaxson Dart, Ole Miss quarterback entering the 2025 draft, notable prospect. He was one of the top recruits in the 2020 season coming out of high school. He began his college career at USC before transferring to Ole Miss, where he made impressive stats, including nearly 12,000 passing yards. And he gave a lot of rushing yards as well, and having the ability. He's a dual threat quarterback, and that's one of his strengths, his athleticism. Dart possessed mobility to extend plays, contribute in the run game, enhancing his fantasy value for us, making it very eye-popping and appealing for us to draft him. His passing skills, he is recognized as a natural passer with a quick release, capable of delivering accurate throws across various distance, downfield, short, intermediate, mid-level, all 3 levels. He can hit those targets. Areas of improvement to me, decision-making. To be a professional quarterback, Dart needs to refine his decision-making to complexity of NFL defenses. I know with the Ole Miss, you basically had it spread out, everyone end to end, making it look like it is a lot better for Dart to throw. But with that offense, I hear it's a lot of how should I say? He gets a lot of downgrade for being in that type of offense. But to me, he had great numbers. He contributed in the run game. I mean, hell, I would definitely take him in a super flex in the first round. To me, where does he fit or where does he go? I honestly, there could be the Giants at the 34th pick if they do pass on a quarterback in the first round. New Orleans Saints, if they pass on a quarterback in the 4th round at number 40, or the New York Jets at 42. To me, I don't think he makes it out of the first round. I have him actually getting drafted 20th overall, but it's going to be because the Browns are going to trade up in before the Steelers to select Jaxson Dart. That is my hot take, is Browns trading to number 20 to draft Jaxson Dart to be their quarterback of the future. He's got a strong arm. You need a strong arm in Cleveland with that wind blowing side to side. I just love it. That fit. And if you get Travis Hunter and Jerry Jeudy with David Njoku, that's a damn good team right there. Those 4 guys, and you're building upon that. I would say you're probably going to have Kenny Pickett start maybe a couple games just to get Jaxson Dart acclimated in football, or for the NFL. But I could definitely see Jaxson Dart getting drafted at 20. Plus, he won't slide, I don't think, past 21 to the Steelers. So what better way to piss off your division rival than trading back up, get the 5th-year option, and draft him right before the Steelers would at 21. Next, my number 4 guy, I have to say Kyle McCord, Syracuse quarterback. He transferred to Syracuse after 3 years at Ohio State, but at Syracuse, he led the nation in passing yards, 4,779. And I think he had 36 touchdowns, I believe, but 391 completions in 2024. His strengths, his accuracy, ball placement, demonstrated excellence, ball placement, and 18.7 plus accuracy rate, ranking 4th in this year's draft class. His football IQ is amazing. He's got a lot of years of experience, strong understanding of defense alignment, identifying and exposing mismatches. I mean, you could just watch any of those games and you've seen Randon Jaxson basically going against these smaller defender linebackers, slower. Jaxson just tore him up, ate him up. He has a great back shoulder throw as well. He's maintained in the pocket. He keeps his eyes downfield when facing pressure, which is amazing for us because he's not looking to run. He's looking to pass deep downfield. He took a lot of shots down there. And, with that being said, his improvement areas could be mobility. Like I said, he lacks the elite athleticism, limiting his ability to get rushing yards or anything like that. His arm strength is not as high as I want it. He can make the decent throws, his accuracy, but he's not going to throw 70 yards, 65 yards. But for me, his projection for draft position, mid-round with high potential of a backup or maybe even a starter one day, suited in like the West Coast offense, such as the Los Angeles Rams. That's where I have him projected get drafted, is by the Rams in probably a 3rd, 4th round. I know Stafford just had his 2-year extension. You have Jimmy G, pretty boy, as his backup. Stetson Bennett, I don't think he's ever going to see the field ever again, but I could see the Rams taking a 3rd, 4th round pick on McCord if he slides there. And we know Sean McVay is a master of quarterbacks. So in dynasty leagues, he presents as a deep sleeper, in my opinion. If he finds like a difficult offensive system, I don't know if he's going to succeed as high as I want him to, or he's going to with that, but his accuracy and decision making allow him to be on the radar. My number 5 quarterback, I'm only going to talk probably about 6 of them, kind of give you my feels and thoughts of these, and then I'll rank a couple more as well. But I'm only going to break down the top 6 in my opinion. Jalen Milroe, Alabama quarterback. He's a dynamic dual threat entering the draft. His blend of athleticism and arm strength has garnered attention, making him very compelling for us fantasy gamers. And that's what we love. His strength, athleticism. As pro day, he ran a 4.37 40-yard dash. Effing fast. I don't know if I want to swear, but freaky fast. That's what the F word was. Freaky fast. So if he can get some kind of running like wildcat thing beginning of his rookie campaign, get a couple snaps under center, or if he's just a backup, I mean, that'd be huge. But he possesses a powerful arm and capable of delivering deep passes. We've seen it at the Senior Bowl and a couple times throughout the NFL Combine, but I really enjoyed watching that and seeing some obviously areas to improve. His accuracy, he cannot be another Anthony Richardson. You just can't. You're not going to be successful in this league if you can't be accurate. You can't pass for 200 yards, yes, and 50% completion percentage. That's what Anthony Richardson is. His decision making, he makes a lot of errors this past year. I think he had double digit interceptions, like 16, 17 interceptions this year. But his pocket presence as well, he always tends to hold on to the ball too long, inviting unnecessary pressures. Enhancing his pocket awareness would be huge, and his internal clock. Get rid of the ball. Don't hold on to it. And he loves this scramble, which is not the worst thing, but at the same time, you got to get rid of the ball. You can't hold on to it all day and night. And that's what we want him to avoid. To me, where's he going to go? I mean, there's the Giants, the Rams, Browns have showcased some thoughts into him. I just don't know who might take a pick for him. I think I have him. The Raiders is what I have selected just for backup. I think he could be under center and learn the system from a veteran like Geno Smith, but also have some kind of package deals with Chip Kelly. You know, he loves a rushing and mobile quarterback. We've seen it multiple times when he was in the NFL with, I think he had Mariota, if I'm not mistaken, in Philly. Just those types of things. Or was it Michael Vick? One of those two. I think it's Michael Vick now that I'm thinking. But you had McCoy or LaShawn McCoy as the running back, but it's just great system. My last guy I'm going to talk about, number 6, Tyler Shutt. I think it's how you say it. Shutt. Tyler Shutt, Louisville quarterback. He's intriguing. To me, I don't know where everyone's thinking he's the third best quarterback or the fourth. I just don't see it. He's been in the NCAA for years. But his strengths is his arm talent, NFL caliber arm, capable of making wide range of throws, and necessary velocity and precision. Experience, 32 starts throughout his career. He played for Oregon, Texas Tech, Louisville. Those were his college team. His pro day performance was very impressive at Louisville. Several NFL scouts attended and executives, including New York GM, which I think that'd be a mistake if he took him. It's just my thoughts. But his areas of improvement, I mean, you can't really improve your age. Entering the draft at nearly 26 years old, we got like Brandon Whedon type age coming out. If you don't know who he is, he used to be a first-round draft pick by the Cleveland Browns. I think he was 28 when he came out because he did play MLB. But his injury history, including, I think he broke his collarbone multiple times, his fibula. I mean, those things raise concerns, especially being 26 and you had multiple broken collarbones. These guys are not light in the NFL. In college, yeah, you could possess, go against these weaker, smaller defensive players. These guys are 300 pounds running at 4.5 speed and putting all their weight on you. If you have weak collarbone, you're not going to be in the league long as a quarterback. And his consistency under pressure, while he has shown proficiency in the passing attack, there are questions about his consistency when facing defensive pressure. To me, I still don't know how. I don't think he gets drafted in the second round. I just don't. But for his fantasy outlook in deeper dynasty leagues, he presents some high risk, moderate reward, probably. Short term, he gives you likely position as a backup initially. I just don't see it being a starter from day one. He just would have to have injuries happen to get to that point. That's all I'm going to talk about, but I will talk about the next couple who I have ranked. Number 7 would be Will Howard, Ohio State. To me, I feel like he might make sense for the Packers to pick as a backup. You know, he's not going to be wowing you besides the college playoffs. He was very impressive, but he's not going to throw 100 yards down the field. He's going to be consistent. He will take off if he has to, if the pocket collapses. He showed that at Ohio State. I just don't think he's going to be relevant for fantasy numbers, to be precise, or relevancy. So I don't know if I'd take him. He's only going to be a backup. Number 8 is Quinn Ewers from Texas. To me, this might be weird, but I feel like Denver Broncos would make a lot of sense for him to go to. We know Sean Payton loves veteran quarterbacks, even though he's a rookie. We look at Bo Nix. He's not going to get replaced by Quinn Ewers, but he could step in and become the backup over Jason Statham. That's just my opinion. And then number 9, Dylan Gabriel from Oregon. He's so tiny. He made a lot of mistakes at the Senior Bowl and wasn't impressive to me. Maybe the Vikings, because of, with JJ Watt or JJ McCarthy being I guess the presumed number 1 quarterback. Gabriel will give you that leadway and the presence of a veteran quarterback that's got high IQ as well and has been in the NCAA forever. With that, let's hear another word from the Podfather, though, about Fast Draft.
Rookie. It's all about rookie talk in fantasy football right now. So why not go use all that knowledge to do something other than a mock draft? Chris Jimino won $8,000 with just 2 teams last year, and each draft took 5 minutes. That's pretty good ROI. You can start doing rookie drafts for money today on Fast Draft. The Origins tournament is live. It is the place to go and monetize your knowledge of rookies and use your favorite Player Profiler host promo code for a $25 deposit match. Now let's go start drafting faster.
Yeah, when you sign up with Fast Draft, use my promo code Lewis, Lewis, and they will match you dollar for dollar up to $50 on your first deposit. So be sure to get Fast Draft and use my promo code. Right now, I mean, hell, if we're on air, I'm currently in the Origins. We're waiting on 2 spots, so I might even do it live of who I'd be drafting if it fills up in this last segment of Louis' Rookie of the Week. And I will break down and go right to who I'd be selecting. So my Rookie of the Week this week is Ollie Gordon, the second, former Oklahoma State running back. He is notable for the 2025 draft, or he's entering the draft, attracting attention in fantasy. Standing at 6'1", 226 pounds, Gordon possesses a freak attributes that are desired for NFL running back. In 2023, he was the Dope Walker Award, which is given to the best running back. Unanimous All-American honors. He blew up for 1,700 yards and 21 touchdowns, contributing also 330 yards receiving and a touchdown on 39 receptions. But in 2024, he did have a down year, saw a decline in production, only 880 yards, 13 touchdowns still on 190 carries, averaging 4.6 yards per carry. That dip to me was based on the offensive line not helping, his injuries. Overall, the team struggled. We look at Oklahoma State's offensive line, and they just had a lot of injuries. There is just makeshift offensive line throughout the season. The team overall sucked, finishing 3-9. And Gordon's would have been thought to be the best running back entering last year's draft. But he went back to school. But why is it okay that, again, I'm bringing this up, why is it okay that Luther Burden III gets a pass and Ollie Gordon does not? I just don't understand it. Burden, when his sophomore season, 86 catches, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. And as a junior, he had 61 catches, 676 yards, 6 touchdowns. He had the same damn quarterback as his sophomore season, even though Brady Cook played like dog crap. Why is it okay that Burden gets the pass, but Ollie Gordon does not? I just don't understand it. Ollie Gordon's strengths, physicality, contact balance, Gordon's size and strength makes him for breaking tackles and gaining yards after contact. Receiving skills, he demonstrated reliable hands, and route running ability, making him a dual threat in the running back position. Pass protection, he understands of blocking schemes and physical attributes, making him capable for pass protection. His weaknesses, though, burst and agility. He lacks that effective acceleration and lateral quickness, limiting his ability to change direction swiftly and making him more of a one-cut back. Also, he does have off-the-field concern in 2024 June. He was arrested on suspicion of DUI. It's just unfortunate. He's taken responsibility, though, and apologized for his actions. I understand it's not supposed to be done, but you just never want to see it. At the NFL Combine, his performance, he ran a 4.61 40. It's a little slower than I anticipated, but I think his big body, being 6'1" and 226, made up for it. But his vertical, 34.5-inch vertical, 10-foot broad jump as well. These were average, but I think it shows the burst of him. He should be a top 100 pick, in my opinion, but his fantasy outlook, Gordon's fantasy value depends on which team actually drafts him, but his ability to contribute in rushing and receiving makes him a big time add to a NFL team. I could see something like the Steelers being interested in him because they only have scat backs right now. Why not get a powerhouse guy that's going to be on a rookie contract? It'd be great to see. He could be a steal in this year's NFL drafts and in your rookie drafts. And that looks like today's show. There's still 5 slots left in Origins. Unfortunately, there's 4 now. If you guys complete this, I will draft with you guys and we'll do it live. We got a couple minutes. We could do this. 2 more slots. So be sure to follow or get on there. Also, we actually completed that. That's awesome, guys. So I finally got a top 4 pick. In all my years of or weeks of doing this, I've got like 8th, 9th, or 10th. And if you don't know what Fast Draft is, be sure to look up draft faster .com or look it up in your app store. It's amazing. There's different contests and everything. Let's go. It's Jainty, Hampton, Shedeur Sanders, huh? All right. So I'm on the clock. I'm going to pick Junkins from Ohio State. Cam Ward. Caleb Johnson. And also, if you're listening, you could always use my promo code Lewis, LEWIS, and it'll be dollar for dollar match up to $50 and fast draft. Travion Henderson. And these drafts only take about 5 to 10 minutes. So your return on investment is huge. It's awesome. Luther Burden just got taken at 108. It's 3-round reversal. There's also a flex 4 where you draft 6 guys and you get 4 of them starter. You can switch their boost numbers. That's a great one. Also, there's D up for all defensive positions. I just got a couple of those recently. I went more running or linebacker base, but it's just something fun and exciting. And during the regular season, you get a whole bunch of different weekly contests as well. So be sure to look it up and use my promo code Lewis. Travis Hunter went 109. 110 was Tet McMillan. Emeka Buka was the first pick in the second round. Matthew Golden. Oh, crap. I'm on the clock, huh? I'm going to take Jalen Knoll. I really like him out of Ohio State. Going back, Matthew Golden, Jaxson Dart, Tyler Warren, Colson Loveland, Cam Skadaboo. I took Jalen Knoll, Jalen Milroe, Jaden Higgins, and the last pick in the second round is on the clock. Dylan Sampson. And then it's a third round reversal as well. So if you don't know what that means, it's the first, second round is a snake draft. Third round goes back to pick 10 and goes that way. So we got DJ Giddens, RJ Harvey, great selection in the third round, in my opinion, of Harvey. He's just looks the part. Devin Neal. Also, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be sure to answer them. If you want to type it in the comments, I will get back to you. I'll even bring you up right now. Since we are live, I got a few more minutes until I have to end the stream. But ask your questions. Ask away. Devin Neal, Trey Harris, Jalen Royals. Damn, that's who I wanted. But hey, let's select Ollie Gordon, my rookie of the week. Alec Aomanor, Rashad Smith. We got a couple more picks, and then I'm back on the clock. Rashad Tutin, Jack Beck. I really like that pick in the third round. That was my rookie of the week a couple weeks ago. I just love the way he plays, being a blocking guy. Damian Martinez got selected in the fourth round. Kyle Williams, love that pick, especially considering, oops, I'm on the clock. Let me pick mine and I'll go back. Harold Fanning Jr., why not? But I like Kyle Williams. There's talks about him visiting and meeting up with the Tennessee Titans, which if they do select Cam Ward, he's going to go back, and I think it's his old offensive coordinator is now in Tennessee. And also, he played with Cam Ward in Tennessee. So that was Woody Marks as 403. I took Harold Fanning Jr., Isaiah Bond, Jordan James, Elijah Arroyo. I like Arroyo as well in the 4th round. If he would have participated in the combine, I think his numbers could have shot way higher. I mean, at the Senior Bowl, he was a stud, looked really good on his feet. Next is Tez Johnson. To me, one of the big fallers in the combine to me was him with his weight and running a 4.55. Jarvis Hunter, Jaden Blue finished out the 4th round. Xavier Restrepo, man, I just don't know who told him to run at his pro day of his 40. Is pretty impressive, but his on-field looked great. His numbers don't lie. You know, I just like what he did. He could be another pair up with Cam Ward if he gets to go to Tennessee. Savion Williams, Mason Taylor. He's been gaining a lot of strength or uprise. Ooh, I'm back on the clock. LaQuint Allen I'm taking, but Mason Taylor is drawing a lot of attention, and he should. He's been a great blocker. He does the dirty work. Raheem Sanders, Torrey Horton is a great pick. I took LaQuint Allen at 507. Gunnar Helm went 508. Brooks from Louisville, the wide receiver, he went 509. Trevor Etienne was the last pick in the 5th round. And now we're back on the clock. No, we're not on the clock yet. One more pick. Gadsden went 601. Kyle Mugonga from Rutgers went 602. Marcus Yarns, great pick. Jeremiah. I'm back on the clock. I've been drafting this guy, so I have to. Kyron Lacey, that would be one of my guys. I really like him. He's got a little off the field issues, but before that, he was projected to be one of the top 2 round wide receivers. He's got so much athleticism and explosiveness. I really like him. I think he ran a 4.41 at his pro day. Really like what he can perform and do on the field. Donovan Edwards, Quinn Ewers, Mullings from Michigan, Jaxson from Arkansas, Tal Felton from Maryland, and last pick, I don't even know. It disappeared. But anyways, that is Origins. I'm happy that you guys all jumped on. I much appreciate. We did it live. I love it. Be sure to check out the others. Like I said, there's Flex 4, Origins, D Up. And if you don't get Fast Draft in your state, there is a free Flex 4 to download or to play. Give it a try. Again, use my promo code Lewis. It gives you dollar for dollar match up to $50. That's a wrap of Player Profiler News Primetime. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to like, follow, subscribe. Be tuning in every day, following myself and all of us here at Player Profiler for expert analysis and fantasy tips. Remember, follow us on Twitter at Profiler_now. Follow myself at Lewy Lewis 5. That's on the screen. LEWY LEWIS, the number 5. Also, give my podcast a listen as well. Fantasy Endzone. I come out with a new episode every Tuesday, and I come during the season. I have it Tuesday and Fridays. But I am out of here. I got to get going. I got to be at work very early. But I'll see you fantasy heads next week. Until then, peace out.
From the Podfather to you, I deeply appreciate you tuning in. And many ask, what can I do? What can I do to help support the hosts, the research they do, the production costs? Go to playerprofiler.com, Dynasty Deluxe, World Famous Draft Kit, Rankings, DFS Dominator, and of course, Data Analysis. Subscribe to any one of those, and you support all of us and take Player Profiler to the moon.